Okay, so I said no more snake feeding videos, but this is from Kick at Kicks Balls. This is my spot nose yellow belly Mojave, or spot nose Mojave yellow belly, or YB spot nose yellow or Mojave or whatever. But he's actually a really great candidate to go with my black pastel lesser, because obviously I can get blue eye leucistics, which have potentially some genetic defects, but I think um, black pastel Mojaves and I think spot nose Mojaves, or I'm sorry, spot nose black pastels would I really like contrasting snakes. So I like either really, really dark, minimal pattern snakes, or I like very, very vibrant maximum pattern. That's why I'm such a huge sucker for the clown gene. And everybody who's doing these pieds, um, no hating. This is my channel. I can say what I want. Freedom of speech, God given, and not your God, my God. Haha, joking. I'm not religious in any way, but I can say what I want, and I'm just not not a big fan of pieds. I really dislike them a lot. So if any of my subscribers happen to like pieds, no disrespect to you. If you like pieds, you like pieds. That's awesome. I support you, and I just personally won't own them. I know the leopard gene has potential to be tied in with a heterozygous pied, and if proven, I won't be. I will no longer continue breeding my leopard, my one leopard, and he's one of my single gene animals. So I really only like the leopard gene and pattern. I do not care for pied. I'm a clown nut all day, though. I'll clown around with the besties, guys. I could arguably say um, I love clown more than you might love piebalds. But anyway, super. Anyway, I just wanted to show you Fred kicks balls. This guy's been a beast, a powerhouse. He was my smallest snake, I believe, when I first got him. He was around 40 grams, and this guy is well over 300 right now. So he's just powerhousing it, and then that's over the course of oh gosh, I don't even know how many months, but not many. I'll tell you that much. He's blasting past a lot of my other snakes. He's just a great feeder, good snake. Um, Disposition is mildly aggressive, but that's what makes him a great feeder. Anyway, I'm rambling. Fred kicks balls. He's got great snakes as well, and I was lucky enough to get this triple gener, my only triple gener from Fred Kick. So, really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Big shout out. Very exclusive snake for my collection. Going outside of the norm. Besides Mark, uh, who gave me my leopard, my very first leopard. So I'm just an old school, old gene kind of guy. All these other ones, the puzzles and Cypress, and there's a few other ones that I really, really like. But I mean, I already have 12 snakes, and I am a personal keeper and hobbyist breeder in the future. I'm not one of these other guys. So I'm not trying to make a living off this. I make a living driving semi, so I already do pretty well for myself. It's just having these specific morphs in my collection and being able to prove them out, or not prove them. Well, some of them I got a lot of recessive genes, but being able to produce what I do want in the long run, as opposed to waiting for the prices to drop, which they are. Instead of mixing this Mojave with my lesser downstairs and getting blue-eyed Lucy's, and at the time, I think when I purchased these guys, um, blue-eyed Lucy's were still going for, $800 to $500, depending on male or female. Now they're down to $300. That just tells you how fast the market is in decline, unfortunately. Just because it's so saturated with, it's not that ball pythons aren't in demand and designer ball pythons are not in demand. It's the fact that it's so saturated and it's such an opportunist market. So you have to fit a very high niche, or niche, however you want to pronounce it. So there's, let's say, out of 100% of people, and I'm just going to go off of random numbers off the top of my head, just for figuratively speaking. These are not statistical numbers at all. 20% of the population actually likes reptiles, and 10% of that likes snakes in general, because a lot of people like turtles or tortoises or chameleons or other lizards, but they don't particularly like snakes. And then you have people that love snakes, but they may only love colubrids. And then, they love big snakes, so they love retics or berms or hell, even anacondas or boids, or even some of those people like smaller boids. So you're looking at very, very small figurative numbers. So once you get down to the people who actually love and enjoy keeping ball pythons, you're probably seriously only at a 3% of the reptile community. And then out of that 3%, you have to have somebody who wants, for example, a spot-nosed yellow belly spot-nosed yellow belly Mojave, and who's willing to pay, $350 or whatever for said animal. So it's such a tight market, and I'm very happy to have a lot of these base morphs and combinations of the animals in my own collection. But again, I'm rambling. I could talk about this all day long. I don't know if it's a topic you guys actually want to talk about. I'll sit down, I'll do a live stream, or I could just shoot out a bunch of questions, and I'll go through, name your names, who threw out the questions, and then drop down my answers, or I'll produce a video and throw my answers out there for you guys, so you can actually watch my response and stuff like that, and what my personal thoughts are to these amazing creatures, because they really are one of nature's jewels, which is part of the channel. That's why my channel is called Nature's Jewels anyway. And I love the creepy crawlies, which is why I'm Mr. Crawling. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let him finish eating. And like I said, throw some comments down below, and if it's something you guys want to debate in a future video, I'll go through all the questions, and if I can make a full video out of it, I'll sit in front of the camera and I will tell you 100% my personal thoughts and opinions on all this matter. And at the end of it, if you want to stay one of my subscribers, that's awesome. And if you don't, and you don't agree with me, and you want to, unsubscribe, more power to you. Agree to disagree. But there's so much to learn and be learned, and I'm not claiming to know it all. And I'm sure, especially with scaleless species and so many other things coming out, designers, I'm sure in 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, my opinion will have changed, and I may or may not have more snakes. I'm sure I will. Just because I can't keep them all, and we'll go from there, guys. But this is something you can do in your own home. 12 snakes seems like a lot, but it's nowhere near 100, 200, 300. And it's just a hobby and a passion and love of mine for this individual species of snake, the ball python, the royal constrictor, the royal python. So anyway, I'm such a frickin' liar. All right, so this is Roche. This is my genetic stripe cinnamon, or cinnamon genetic stripe. Eating her first small rat as well. All three of these girls are kind of growing at about the same rate, but she gets an enclosure because uh, she's very special. Very special. For multiple reasons. Multiple reasons. Anyway, short, sweet, to the point. She's grubbing her first small rat. Super excited. She's so dark. Nothing. No alien heads, no nothing. She just got a white belly, which I'd like to see that disappear too. Could you imagine a solid black ball python? Guys, you guys, if you're out there and you're working on it, you need to message me. Stat. Alright, anybody who doesn't think that's cool as hell, screw you. Look how massive she's spreading out. Like I said, the white belly. Oh, guys, I'm having a fabulous night. I hope you are too. Sorry. I keep jumping on here, but sorry, not sorry. Snake feeding is awesome. Why do I have 12 snakes? Because I get to enjoy this almost 12 times. The reason I say almost is because guaranteed you'll have a snake who doesn't want to eat. And that sucks. But everybody else is fat and happy. This girl is just beast, Roche. You're a frickin' beast. Look at that. That's nuts. And any of those out there who are vegetarians and think snakes are gross because they eat other animals, I just want to tell you that I have thrown cherry tomatoes in my snake's containers before, and I haven't had one go after it yet, or baby carrots. So until that happens, this is kind of the the, the circle of life. Okay. All right, guys. Here's my little Okatee corn snake eating. You guys haven't seen him a lot, but I don't get to see him eating a lot. Very shy eater, but and rattles his tail quite a bit when first getting into the enclosure, but always eats really well, and is growing like a champ. I don't have my mic on, so I hope this is all coming in really good because it's just audio through the phone, but really love this little guy. I think so. I think it's a guy, but excited to see him grow. It's a corn snake phase, natural phase that I like to, or I've always wanted to keep in compliments of my good friend Rex. I was able to acquire him through a breeding program that he has. I'm definitely big on cluebrids at the moment, and this one has stolen my heart. Excited to get more cluebrids in the future, and we'll see where it goes from there.